the man who wants to break all the rules. Johan Pouwelse, where are you?
Thank you. Thank you for allowing to say a few words on our trust chain work. So I'm Johan Pouwelse, faculty member of Delft University of Technology. So 10 years ago, there were only a few scientists like me who worked on what we then called distributed accounting systems. And now every self-respecting IT company has a blockchain strategy. So why do we do that? Blockchain can create trust. And after 10 years of hard work, trials, and a lot of errors, we can safely say that the field is still emerging, but it's growing. There's too much hype, and much of the potential is still unproven. We still have a lot to do to improve scalability and efficiency. And in technical terms, that's eliminating proof of work, but also sharding. But the new art of creating trust is a scientific breakthrough. It's important that the next generation of startups realizes that it's better to focus directly on creating trust instead of trying to create money out of thin air. Banishing dishonesty and creating trust is essential for any economic activity. But this is broader than technology. It's about the fabric of society itself. Do you, as a citizen, do you have more trust in your pension when it's stored in Bitcoin? You get no interest rate, but you get a certain amount of certainty. But why do people trust an Uber taxi driver? It doesn't have a government license, but it has some stars in an app. Another example is fascinating Airbnb. You open the door for a complete stranger. He's tired from far away, and you let them sleep and recover in your own home. Oh, and that transaction has been established because you met somewhere online. Now my attempt at a sharp analysis. So middlemen are disappearing in both the media world and the financial world. Newspapers and TV broadcasters are no longer filtering what politicians say. These politicians communicate directly with voters using Twitter. And Bitcoin is money without banks. Our new generations of citizens, they check their facts on Wikipedia and get their worldview on Facebook. The government is retreating. Trust is created and exploited on fast, profit-driven market platforms. This is taking on the traditional government roles. Only with the blockchain we can bring back building trust back in the public domain, I think. But why do people trust each other? That's a fascinating question we need to answer with engineers, specialists from humanities and other experts. But trial and error are the key principles. So thinking is good, but thinking and trying to build trust among real people is better. Perhaps even include startups. So people from large companies and governments, you might know somebody who still works with paper. Somebody who uses a fax machine, who calls through the telephone to give buying orders or to email stuff around. Then you should be worried. The blockchain is going to make organizations faster, more efficient, and more secure. Not the current generation, but the third generation. That is just beyond the horizon. So the first generation created money out of thin air starting in 2009. We never had that ability before. The second generation in 2015 introduced smart contracts. These smart contracts still live in their own world, it's closed, and they're unable to directly talk to the atoms of the real world. But they work, and they're very powerful. They're working, and they're beating a lot of business models. They have some security issues. The few millions get lost, but that's called innovation. So we, in the lab, are working on the third generation. So we launched our own primitive ledger called Bartacast exactly 10 years and 3.5 weeks ago. So I'm not a millionaire. I still have my precious bicycle as my most precious thing in my life. So that's the only ledger scientist who builds their own stuff, who's not a millionaire. But we're growing. So today, we now have 8 professors at Delft University united in the blockchainlab.org. and that's one of the largest teams in Europe. We're also very happy to be part of the National Blockchain Coalition, so giving our expertise away for free to industry. We hope you will join us to mature the blockchain ecosystem, based on trust. Again, not based on proof of work or sharding or money in thin air. We have running code for you on GitHub. It is called IPv8. IPv8. Yes. That is a pretentious name to re-architect the internet itself. Currently, the internet moves packets of bits between computers. IPv8 moves information between trusted entities with strong identities. And these can be people, organizations, and objects. Currently, IPv8 ecosystem includes a self-sovereign identity wallet, which is getting operational, legally varied signatures, irrefutable electronic business transactions, self-sovereign identity and trust functions, sub-second money transfer, and trust chain as the core. On top of it, we have a blockchain-regulated marketplace. This will be rolled out to our users next month. So, to closing, as the first university of Europe, we're now also offering the first full-year master-level accredited blockchain course. So it started just beginning of September, Monday 4th September, with 277 students in our crypto class. We're a bit overburdened. So we started with IPv8, and now we're making a new generation of blockchain engineers for you. But only together we can make a new type of internet, one based on trust. Thank you.
Johan, thank you very much.